In 1929, a team of historians made a discovery that shook the world of cartography. Hidden in Istanbul's Topkapi Palace among dusty archives, they found a fragment of a world map. It was drawn on gazelle skin parchment in 1513 by an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis. At first, the find seemed interesting but ordinary. Another old map, centuries old, nothing unusual. But when experts examined it closely, they realized it contained details that defied history as we know it. The map shows the western coastlines of Europe and Africa with surprising accuracy. It also outlines the eastern coast of South America, in remarkable detail, decades before explorers had supposedly charted it fully. Remember, this was only 21 years after Columbus crossed the Atlantic. Mapping technology at the time was primitive, and yet this chart looks eerily precise. But the real controversy comes from what lies farther south. The Piri Reis Map appears to show the coastline of Antarctica. Not only that, it depicts the continent without its thick sheet of ice. Mainstream history tells us Antarctica wasn't officially discovered until 1820, and there's no record of anyone mapping it in an ice-free state. So how could a 16th century admiral possibly have drawn it? Piri Reis himself left a clue. In the notes written on the map, he claimed he had compiled it using about 20 older sources. Some of these were maps from the time of Columbus. Others, he said, came from ancient charts passed down through generations. That raises the question, who created those older maps? Some researchers believe they may trace back to early civilizations with advanced geographic knowledge, cultures capable of long-distance sea travel that history has forgotten. Others point to the possibility that ancient explorers had reached South America and perhaps even Antarctica long before Europeans. Of course, skeptics argue the Antarctica theory is wishful thinking. They claim the southern coastline on the map is simply a distorted view of South America, stretched by errors in copying. But there's no denying that parts of the map are accurate in ways that should have been impossible for the 1500s. Theories range from lost civilizations to pre-Columbian transoceanic travel, and even suggestions that the knowledge came from cultures we barely understand. For many, the Piri Reis Map is more than an odd artifact. It's a challenge to the story we've been told about human history. Today, the fragment of gazelle skin still rests in Istanbul. Visitors can see the faded ink lines and mysterious notes, a reminder that not every part of our past is fully explained. Whether it's evidence of lost knowledge, forgotten explorers, or just a misunderstood relic, the map refuses to be ignored. The Piri Reis Map shows us that history isn't always as straightforward as textbooks suggest. Sometimes a single artifact can spark questions that echo for centuries. And this one leaves us wondering, what else did our ancestors know that we've forgotten? Comment, like, and subscribe for more mysteries of history reimagined.